If you are enjoying the FM19 content you've seen on the channel over the last week or so and you haven't yet invested in Football Manager 2019, might I suggest you take advantage of my link that is down in the description. It was the cheapest price I could find when I was looking around. It gets you a 10% discount if you use my discount code LOLLUJO on 2game. The link is down in the description. Plus it supports the channel as well. Everyone who signs up and buys the game through that, it helps support all this and keeps me doing what I'm doing too. We all win. You get a good value game. I get a little bit of cash as well. Everybody's happy. Let's go play Juventus. Hello and welcome to part 9 of my Football Manager 2019 Bayern Munich playthrough. I'm Kevin. Coming up on today's episode, we're going to play Juventus in the Champions League semi-final. So we get to have a look at Ronaldo in FM19, presumably, if he pays. And I think we could win the Bundesliga today. We probably won't, but we could. We'll more likely win it on the next episode where we play second place Borussia Dortmund. But if they lose and we win against Borussia Monchengladbach in the second match of this episode, we'll actually win the Bundesliga before we host Dortmund in tomorrow's episode. But before any of that, we do need to take on Juventus. We are at home in the first leg, and I'm being adventurous. I'm playing our normal attacking game. And this is the team I'm putting out there. We've got Neuer in goal, a back four of Alaba, Hummels, Boateng and Kimmich, with Goretzka and Thiago in midfield, and then Coman, Rodriguez and Müller in behind Lewandowski up front. We did beat Real Madrid. We've got that in our favour. I am a little bit afraid, just purely because of the Ronaldo factor and the fact that this is his competition. And they're playing him out. I mean, look at the state of that front four. Look at the state of that team. My word. Well, they've got Chesney in goal, so there's that. Right. Let's. Oh my word, we've got to be passionate. A first leg win would be good in this tie. There you go. They're motivated by my passion. Let's get out there and gegenpress their faces off. Hopefully, they won't know what's hit them. I mean, they're not exactly coming to defend, are they, with a front four like that? It's not your typical Italian lineup that you'd expect to see in a Champions League game. Basically 4 attacking players. None of them are particularly known for their tracking back or getting stuck in the midfield ability. So, I mean, I'm a little bit afraid because we have very advanced fullbacks and no real support from midfield. So there's going to be a number of occasions where they've got 4 attackers against maybe 2 or 3 of our defenders, and we probably are going to need some support from the 2 who are in midfield today. But Goretzka, forget all that. He's just going to press and push forward. And we have our first attack of the game, and it's with Müller. Lewandowski's in the middle, as is Kingsley Coman. It comes back to Kimmich instead. Back to Müller. There's Goretzka, who's continued his run. James Rodriguez against the crossbar. 2 minutes in, and we've looked the most threatening so far. We've had the first good chance of the game, and I wish we'd have scored it because I'd have felt a lot better if we'd have scored. When did Juventus get that good again? Goodness me. Right, Coman heads forward to Lewandowski. It's Goretzka. Goretzka's seen a lot of the ball in this first 12 minutes. Cross to Boateng, who, with our pressing game, maybe we'll force their attackers back. Perhaps we'll defend by attacking. I'm crossing my fingers. I'm hopeful there that if we just press them enough and play high tempo attacking football enough, then we'll stop their superstar attackers from getting into the game. But now they are just sort of knocking the ball around, and this is going to really tire our team out. We're playing with this heavy press and they're just knocking the ball around and making us run a lot. But Lewandowski's in and hits the inside of the post, and Chesney almost carried that over his own goal line. That would have been one of the most spectacular own goals in Champions League history, but he just gets away with it. And Thiago now looking to build from the back with Kimmich to Goretzka again. He's everywhere. I guess the advantage of them playing such an attacking 4 is that Juventus have only got 2 men in midfield as well. So I think Goretzka and Thiago can win this midfield battle. It's just whether we're going to be punished by having our fullbacks so attacking against these wingers. It's who wins that battle? Do we pin their wingers back with our fullbacks, or do their wingers just ignore the fact that our fullbacks are so attacking, let them go past them and have a man over? But here's Kingsley Coman, and that's 1-0, and that is a lovely goal. What a finish. And 19 minutes on the clock, and it's Bayern 1, Juventus 0. and hopefully a sign of things to come. We've had 60% possession. Juventus haven't even had a shot yet, and we've just cut through them as if they're not there. I don't think they're as good defensively as they are going forward, which, again, is really weird for an Italian team. What's that all about? Why are they playing like a Premier League side or a Spanish side? I don't understand. But we're on the attack again. It's with Alaba, finds Goretzka, flicks it onto Thiago, who forces a good save out of the Juventus keeper, and we get another go at it. This time it's Thiago to take, and a bit of an in-swinger, but Ronaldo heads clear, but only as far as James, who picks it up on the edge of the area again. Our defenders are still forward, I think. There's Coman to Goretzka, and did that go straight into... I think it bounced back off of one of the defenders. Dybala's injured for Juventus, and how long are they going to leave him on the pitch for in his injured state? There you go. That answered that question. So that's got one of their Galacticos out of the way, and they've got players looking anxious. Cristiano Ronaldo's looking very frustrated. Now's the time to get him sent off, because if we can get him sent off, he's out of the way for both legs, because he'll be suspended for the second one. That would be ideal. Is there a way to instruct my players to just wind him up when he's already frustrated? Right, let's be passionate. I don't want to say there's room for improvement, because we've actually done really well. We've got to guard against complacency now. Don't think the job is done. Yeah, I like that one. Kingsley Coman is feeling pressurised. So what? He scored the goal. He needs to chill out. That team talk, everyone's happy with that, apart from Coman. And if he's going to get a grump on, we've got plenty of options. We've got Forsberg, we've got Gnabry, we've got Werner. We've got lots of players who can come on for Kingsley Coman if he doesn't want to handle the pressure of a Champions League semi-final. But Alaba here finds Coman across to Thiago. Great opportunity, but instead plays it back out to Alaba again, who has the bendiest of bendy crosses I've ever seen. And it was actually so bendy, it was a pretty poor cross in the end. Juventus have switched things up. They've now got Ronaldo up top. Mandzukic has dropped back to the left wing, has he? I don't know who the number 17 is. But all I can see is Ronaldo is now the main man up front. But Goretzka, who has been everywhere, he's had a great game and he's got his goal that he's deserved. And it's 2-0 on 52 minutes. And I'm quite happy that stick Ronaldo up front. See if I care. If we keep pressing you the way we are, he's not going to get the ball. And that's the best place for him. We don't want him playing deeper where he can get the ball. We want him up there, isolated and frustrated, because then he might just kick out at someone and get himself sent off. I need to work out what they're doing. I need names under here when I don't know the squad numbers. That is a big ball up towards Ronaldo, but it doesn't get anywhere near him. And Neuer plays it across to Hummels. How casual is that? And they're leaving so many gaps for our wide players to run into. They're having the same problem I talked about us potentially having. And Alaba on the overlap because no one's tracking back. Cross comes in, Lewandowski's there. He's won a penalty. We could go 3-0 up inside the first hour of this tie if Lewandowski scores it must be in double figures for penalties this season now. And he scores, and it's 3-0. This is not what I expected from the semi-final first leg. We need to not get too excited, and I have absolutely no idea what to do tactically in the second leg. Do we go to their place and just say, right, more of the same? We pressed their faces off. They didn't know what to do with it. Or do we go there and defend? Ronaldo's on a 5.9 and he's very frustrated. He doesn't like the press, does he? My word. He's nowhere. Oh, what's going on here? What has gone on here? This has been an absolute calamity of nonsense. Neuer didn't know where he was. Our defenders, that was disgusting. We have absolutely given them a goal on a plate there, and giving them an away goal like that and only a 2-goal advantage now completely changes the face of this tie. There's no communication there between Hummels and Neuer. I don't know what they're thinking. It leaves Alaba out of position as well. It's absolutely not Alaba's fault. I put that all down to Hummels. I don't know why he left the ball. I think he must have assumed it was going out of play or assumed Neuer had it. Neuer thought Hummels was dealing with it, and I would like another... Hummels makes up for it. There you go. He's taken responsibility. He said, sorry, boss, that was on me. I'm just going to go at the other end and grab a fourth. Is that all right? I would have preferred 3-0 to 4-1, but score again and you're back in my good books. And it's Goretzka involved again, and easy peasy for Hummels. No marking at all from Juventus there. They just didn't fancy it, did they? Right, substitution time. Muller. I don't remember saying Muller's name at any point, so that seems like an obvious change. We can move Coman over to his more natural right-hand side. And I'm also going to bring Timo Werner on as well, just because I think if I was Juventus manager in these circumstances, and when we've already scored 4 goals and we bring on Timo Werner, I think at that point you worry. Ronaldo's on a 5.7. My old nemesis. He just doesn't like me, does he? Which is fine, because I don't like him. And it's just, we've agreed to not, it's mutual dislike of each other. I'm actually going to leave Goretzka as the box-to-box midfielder because he's been so good today. Renato Sanchez, playing deep line playmaker is not ideal. He's a very good box-to-box midfielder as well. But when we've got someone playing as well as Goretzka is, I don't really want to take him off. And why? How has that happened? How has that happened? We have got away with that there. There was no defending. There was at least 3 white shirts beyond our defence with a ball being cut back for him. That was nuts. But the corner comes in, Boateng heads clear. We really don't want to let them grab another goal here because it's just irresponsible if we do. We've played so well. If they come away from it with 2 away goals, that's just, it's on the verge of bottling it. And Kimmich now with a throw finds Sanchez, doesn't find Sanchez, in fact, he doesn't get hold of it. And this is the first time I've seen Ronaldo actually running at us in the entire game. And all he does is play it back to his left back. That man has not been in this game. He's going to score now, isn't he? Just to show me that he's never finished. And there is their second. And that's a bit of a blow because, I would be feeling reasonably confident going into a second leg, knowing we've got 2 goals away from home. Yeah, we conceded 4, but they can just attack at us again in the second leg at their place. And I'm now left with the indecision of, do I go there and defend even though we're not great at it? Do I go and attack at them knowing full well they've got that front 4 that can get in behind us? I have no idea what to do in the second leg. And at the moment, I'm not feeling very confident about a Champions League final in our first season. Especially, if they score here, I was terrified. Right, I think we need to be quite careful how we handle this. It was a good win. But at the same time, we'll just say it was a good win. Conceding 2 goals was not great. But we scored 4 in the Champions League semi-final. You've got to say it was a good performance, I guess. That last goal was a real kick in the... If you've enjoyed that, please make sure you leave a nice big thumbs up on there for me. Hang on a minute, Kev. That's not the end of the episode. That's the halfway point. My word. This is what happens when I record late at night. We will play the other game. Just one change for the Monchengladbach game then. Yeah, we've got Juventus again in 3 days, but we could win the league here, and I'd quite like to win the league, so I don't want to do any major rotation. There's an argument we could probably just go there and defend, but I'd rather get things wrapped up today, because then we can really focus on the Champions League. That one change is Tolisso in for Thiago. Thiago suspended. Nice, easy change to make. And now we go out there and try and secure... remember, we can't win... It's not in our hands. We can't win it today unless Dortmund also lose. But I don't want to be assertive. Let's be passionate. Yeah, we're favourites for a reason. Go out there, show them why. I can live with that. Right, here we go. And where is that league table? Oh, it's forever running away. Right, we'll have a proper look at that in a second so that we can see exactly where we are. In fact, let's put the league table here. League table can go there and we'll have... latest, I never look at action zones, but the latest scores down there, and it's the league table that we're interested in. So Dortmund aren't actually playing today, or aren't playing right now. So we're not going to win the league in this episode, regardless. It'll have to be a little teaser. You're going to come back tomorrow anyway. You want to see what Juventus do to us back at their place after we let them score 2 goals at ours, and it shell shocked me so much I tried to end the episode early. But here comes Coman, and Lewandowski's in, and he should score here, but it's actually straight at their keeper. Werner's sat there on the bench going, come on then, let me at him. I will in a minute, don't you worry. Big, deep cross from Rodriguez. Goretzka does brilliantly to get it back into the area where it was supposed to be to begin with, but there's no one there to get on the end of it. And I'm a big Goretzka fan. Goretzka. I'm so much of a fan, I don't know how to say his name, but I am very much enjoying him in my midfield this season. Coman now, who has broken into the team as of late. He wasn't really a regular for me earlier on in the season. Mainly I was playing him out wide on the right as a winger, but since we've moved him over to this left-hand side, he seems to be a little bit more effective for me over there, even though everything about him would suggest that he should be playing on the other side with his suitability for position. But we never really got a good game out of him on the right-hand side. On the left, he's been a revelation, keeping Forsberg out of the team, who we spent big money on. And, I mean, he was good when he first arrived, but Coman got in and hasn't really given up his spot in the team yet. Muller is there and scores. 33 minutes on the clock. It's 1-0. Lewandowski missed it completely, but Muller also now kind of establishing himself in the team after it took him a while to find his role. I wasn't sure whether he was going to be my striker, whether he was going to be my attacking midfielder. I've decided I like having a Raumdeuter, and there he is, tucking in a chance. Lewandowski missed, Muller wasn't going to, and we're 1-0 up, and that puts us 8 points clear at the top of the league. But remember, Dortmund have a game in hand. They'll still have 3 games to play after this game, so they have to beat us at our place in the next league game. I don't know what our mindset is going to be like for that. It really depends on how we got on against Juventus in tomorrow's episode. We could be buzzing knowing we've got a Champions League final coming and a chance to win the Bundesliga playing against Dortmund. Lewandowski's in, and that was a good save from their keeper, I think. Actually, it's gone down as just a miss. It must have hit the crossbar or something. There was definitely some kind of deflection of the ball, but I guess it was just a poor effort from Lewandowski. And Werner might be coming on fairly early in this second half. Although we've not really made much change, well, we've only made one enforced change to our starting 11. I'm not going to have... I mean, Lewandowski, what is up with him today? Might even make that change at half-time. Partly, we can tell him it's to rest him, but he'll be thinking, is it because I didn't play well? Perhaps I better play better in my next game. Alaba now can't get the cross in, but does win the corner, I think. If we hadn't got that corner, I would be beginning to question my eyesight. So Rodriguez crosses in, and Hummels can't get there ahead of the goalkeeper, and we have a throw-in. Where did that suddenly appear from? Tolisso. Cross. Goretzka's there. 2-0, just before half-time. And despite not... I mean, we are still playing our normal pressing game. We haven't come here and counter-attacked. We're not actually doing a particularly good job of keeping possession of the ball. But we have created better chances, more chances. And I think we deserve to be 2-0 up. And just put that pressure back on Dortmund. I don't know when they play, presumably. Maybe later on today. What day of the week is it? I need my little match information. I want to know what time we're playing. They're fired up. Urgh. Yeah, but we're calm and composed. I'd rather be calm and composed than fired up in the circumstances. Right, it's a 6:30 kickoff, so I don't know what day of the week we're playing on. I don't know what 6:30 kickoff means. In fact, no, let's stay calm. I'm happy with how it's going. Just keep doing what you're doing. We don't need to get too excited. We'll stay calm and hopefully just see the game out. And I was going to make a half-time change, but then I didn't. I also am wondering whether Muller should come off as well. He's been on a yellow card for most of the game, and I don't want him to be suspended for the Dortmund game because he has become a more and more important member of this team as I've figured out how to use him properly. Lewandowski now running at the defence, finds Coman, who's got space to run into, and that was awful. Just awful. I could bring off the entire front three. None of them are playing particularly well. Although Muller got a goal, I guess. But those three, they could all come off and not really have much in the way of complaints. And we are going to make some changes now. Change number 1 is going to be we bring on Timo Werner. And we haven't got Forsberg on the bench, but we'll bring Gnabry on for Coman. And that will do for now. Although Rodriguez has now picked up an injury, so we're actually going to make our third change because we can't afford to go into the Juventus game with him carrying any kind of injury. We've got Hans Wolf on the bench, who's not in our Champions League squad, so we can run him into the ground and it doesn't matter. Plus, he's scored a couple of goals recently. As he started to break into this team as part of the run-in, he has started weighing in with a few goals. Remember, he scored an absolute ton of goals for our B team in the first half of the season, causing him to be called up into the first team squad. And he's a regular goal scorer. I think he's got 3 goals for us now in the first team, 2 of them in the league. And I like him just as well. I paid a lot of money for him in the summer when you all thought I was crazy for just bringing in high potential youngsters. Right, Alaba with the throw-in to Goretzka, who is everywhere. In this entire episode, Goretzka has been everywhere. He's superb. Cross finds Goretzka again. Of course it does. Across to Tolisso. Room to shoot if he wants to have a little go from range, but in actual fact, we just play for the full-time whistle. We get it. We are 8 points clear. And now, yeah, I'm happy with the result. We just stay calm again. And now we prepare ourselves for that second leg against Juventus, followed by the title decider against Dortmund. And both of those will be coming up in tomorrow's episode. For real this time. If you've enjoyed that, please make sure you leave a nice big thumbs up on there for me. Subscribe to the channel for daily Football Manager videos. And thank you very much for watching.